Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So this audio right here, man, I always get back into this topic of looks and does looks matter and all this other stuff, right? But, in this audio, I wanted to send a message out to all the guys who see themselves as unattractive or ugly and who keep saying, they're saying like, oh, I can't get a girl because I'm ugly and that's why I can't do it. And, this game stuff doesn't work because I'm ugly and it's all about looks and all this other stuff. So I wanted to give you an important message today. And for those of you who feel that the reason why you're not getting girls is because you don't look good and all this other stuff, this is for you. And hopefully, if you open your mind and if you actually want to really understand the reality of this, you will get it. You will eventually get it. You will eventually understand that it's not just about your looks. You will eventually start getting girls. You'll eventually start having sex. You won't be a virgin anymore because, I'm getting emails from guys, that keep hitting me up. They're like, oh, I can't get a girl because I'm ugly and this and this and that. And I'm just like, man, like it's like, dudes just don't get it. So I'm going to keep trying to explain it to you guys. Hopefully you guys will get it, right? So the first thing you guys got to understand is this, is that the reason why a lot of you are not attracting women and not getting girls, it's not because of the way you look, right? It's not because of your looks. I'm going to tell you what it is. You're not getting girls because you think you need to be good looking to get them. I'm going to say that again. You are not getting girls because you think you need to be good looking to get them. You think you need to be the best looking guy in order to get girls, right? So since you think that, then what's going to happen is that you're either not going to approach girls because you think, well, I got to be good looking. And since I'm not good looking, I'm not going to bother, right? So it's like if you want something from the store, you want a product or something, you want some video game system or some TV or some new bike or something like that, right? And you say to yourself, well, that thing costs $500 and I only have $100. So I can't get it. I'm not even going to bother going to, why would I go to the store and get it? I can't get it because I only have $100, right? So you're not going to even bother to go get it. So the same thing happens when you are dealing with these women. You're thinking, well, I got to be good looking in order to get these girls. So since I'm not good looking, why am I going to bother trying to get girls? It's not going to work. And that's the mindset that you have. So since you feel that it's true that you need, to be good looking, then you're not going to bother because you think you don't have what it takes to get the girls. Just like you think, well, since I don't have enough money, I can't get this thing, right? But the thing is, you see you as not being able to get the girls as truth, right? So you rationalize the reason why you're not getting these girls is because you're not good looking. So that becomes true for you because that is your belief. That's what you believe. Since you believe that, your beliefs are going to dictate your actions, right? So even if you do approach girls, because some of you guys are like, would I do approach girls and I get rejected? You know what? Everybody gets rejected, right? So it's not, anything special that you're getting rejected. Everybody gets rejected. So you're going to go through rejection just like everybody else. The difference is that other guys keep going until they actually meet a chick that is feeling them, and then things go down. But a lot of you guys will give up because you're like, well, I don't look good, so it's not working, so forget it, right? And again, it's your belief as to why you are not making it happen. Your belief is stopping you. Like I remember I had a friend who he thought that, he basically said to me, he was like, we were talking about being rich and making a lot of money and all this stuff. And he said, and his belief was, well, you can't get rich unless you're born into it. And he said, either you got to be born into it or you have to know other people who are rich, or you're just not going to get rich. It's not going to happen. So he's like, you got to be born into it or you got to know other rich people, right? So since he's not born into riches, and since he doesn't know any rich people, right, then he is not going to try to get rich. Why? Because he doesn't feel like it's going to make a difference. Like he feels like it's not going to happen because that's his belief system. He believes that these are the things you need to do in order to get rich. And since he does not have those things going on, then he feels like he can't do it. So therefore, he's not going to bother. This is simple, like, shit, right? If you don't believe you can do it, you're not going to bother to do it because you believe it's impossible. And that's what a lot of you guys do when you're thinking, well, I'm unattractive. I'm ugly. Girls only like good looking guys. And since I'm ugly, no girl's going to like me. So therefore I'm not going to get girls. And then this is what happens. You don't get girls because either you don't try. And if you do try, you're already coming to the interaction thinking that she's not going to like you because of how ugly you are. You understand? Or of how unattractive you think you are. And basically, you're just creating that thing for you. You're creating that situation. You're the one creating that stuff. You understand? You are the one creating that stuff. And the funny part is that, like my friend was saying, he's like, oh, well, you in order for you to get rich, you got to be born into it or you have to know other people who's rich. But there are plenty of examples of people who got rich who were not born into it, who got rich and who didn't know any other people who are rich, but they're rich now, right? So the same thing happens in this situation when you talk about girls. There's a lot of guys who are not like the best looking dudes who have girls, right? So my question to all you guys who are unattractive or all the guys who think they're unattractive or ugly, how are these guys getting girls? And again, a lot of you say, oh, because they got a lot of money. Most guys don't have a lot of money. And there's a lot of guys who are not that good looking and all of them don't have money. You understand? So you can't keep using that excuse. And the funny part is that, a lot of you guys who say you're ugly or who say you don't look good, right? Most of y'all are not like, most of y'all look like, the average regular type of dude. You understand? Like, see, if you guys were complaining about your looks, right? Not getting you girls, I'd give you a pass. Maybe if you were a little bit disfigured, maybe that will give you a little challenge. Like if you have your two eyes, your nose and your mouth in the same place as everybody else, I don't see why you're complaining. If you have like one eye and no lips or some shit, then maybe we could talk about you, maybe you have something to, you can say, well, it's my looks that's making it harder for me. Then I could say, okay, it might be your looks because you don't got a fucking nose. This is why it could be your looks, and it's going to be harder for you in certain cases because that's going to draw attention to you. But again, even with that, even if you have a nose, if you understood game, you would know how to use that to your advantage. But that's a whole nother story. You understand? Because somebody's looking at you, be like, oh, girl, what you stand at me because I ain't got no nose. You never seen a guy without a nose. Like, and you start a conversation with her, whatever it is. You understand? But that's my point is that most of you guys have, you have a regular look, right? And the thing is, the problem is, a lot of you dudes, what happens is that the reason why you're not making shit happen is because of how you see yourself, and you're not confident in yourself. You don't like yourself. You don't think you are, worthy of having women, and as far as like how you physically look, again, a lot of you got two eyes, a nose and a mouth and ears in the same place as everybody else. Right. And what I noticed with a lot of guys that I, even that I see in person and all that other stuff is that a lot of dudes, it's not technically just how they were born, their physical features, where their eyes and noses placed in that sort of look. But a lot of guys, just your appearance within itself is not that great. A lot of dudes don't know how to dress. A lot of dudes, they don't get a haircut or anything. Like they don't maximize their appearance. So a lot of you guys aren't even maximizing your appearance. And on top of that, a lot of y'all have some insecurity within you, which is seeping out when you are dealing with women or when you're out there, trying to make stuff happen. So imagine the combination of you not feeling good about yourself, not dressing well, and, and basically, having that insecure aura around you, that's the type of stuff that is making women not like you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not just about, because I don't look like Channing Tatum and Idris Elba and all these other dudes who you're comparing yourself to, which most dudes don't look like them. Do you understand? You only have a small percentage of the population who's really, really good looking. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the rest of the people are average to below average, right? So the thing is that if you are making that stop you, that's what's, really, going to stop you. It's the belief that you have. The belief is stopping you, not the fact that, or not, you thinking, or not. See, that's the thing. I'm trying to say, not the fact that you're ugly, because it's not really even a fact. It's all opinion, because what you deem as unattractive, somebody might find attractive. You understand? So you up there thinking that, it's just because of my looks, you're doing yourself a disservice. You understand? And the issue is that a lot of you guys are not confident. You do not believe in yourself. You do not think that you are, worthy of getting a woman. You don't think you deserve a woman. You don't think that you should, you don't think that women are going to like you. You don't think that women have any reason to like you, right? And a lot of this is coming from inside you. It's not just, a girl looks at you and says, he's ugly, that's why I'm not so. And, guys, let me tell you something. You guys need to stop with these fairy tales and stories you're telling yourself, because what I'm noticing now, what I notice is that a lot of you guys are out there, right? The truth is this. Let me just keep it 100. Let me keep it funky with y'all for a second. The truth of the matter is that most of y'all do not want to be helped. Let's keep it real. Y'all don't want to be helped. Y'all don't want to do the work it takes to help yourself, right? So what a lot of you do is, and I see this all the time, I get emails, I get, phone calls, I get, people in person hit me up talking about this stuff. You want people to co-sign your belief. That's it. You want people to say, yes, you know what it is? It's because you're not good looking, which is why you're not getting girls. So when enough people co-sign it, what that does is that, it takes away the responsibility from you. It takes away all the responsibility. It says, well, you know what? I really want girls, and, it's not my fault. It's just these fucked up bitches who, all they want is the Brad Pitts of the world, and that's why I can't get a girl. And this is what you're doing to yourself. Do you understand? This is what you are. You want people to co-sign that so you can feel good about the fact that, I can't help it. It's not my fault. I can't get a girl because, I don't look good, and it's not my fault. It's these girls that they just want these guys, and all these other guys get the girls, and then poor old me, and this is why I can't get the girl. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that you're not taking responsibility for what you're doing to basically not make shit happen for you. Do you understand? All of this stuff that you're going through, all this stuff is coming from inside you first, right? Because when it comes to women, and I've said this on a lot of different podcasts and stuff, is that women are about their feelings, right? And when you feel good about you, that shit is contagious. That shit is, people can feel that. People can feel the energy. People can feel when, just like you could walk into a room and you can see maybe your friend or your sister or whoever, and you can tell they're upset. They don't have to say a word. You feel it. You just see it in their face. You're like, damn, and before they even say anything, you go up to them and you say, yo, what's wrong? You all right? What's going on? And then they proceed to tell you what's wrong. And notice, they didn't have to say anything. You saw it. You felt it. So do you think or do you realize that when you are approaching women, or when you're in a room and you see a girl that you like, you don't think that she could tell that you're feeling her, but you're too scared to come up to her, or that you're insecure, you think people can't see that and feel that? They can see it. They can feel it. And that's coming from you because of your belief. Do you understand? So you have to work on yourself. You understand? This is why I come out with these, audio programs. And on my Bad Boy membership program, I have an audio called How to Improve Your Inner Game. Because a lot of you guys have to improve your inner game. It's not about just your looks. It's about how you feel about yourself. It's about your confidence. And this is why you're not getting where you need to go. You understand? That's really what it is. You're not getting what you need to make happen because you keep trying to rationalize the reason why you're getting rejected as your looks. You need it to make sense for you. It doesn't. That's the way that it makes sense for you. What you do is you might be out, on a Friday night or a Saturday night, and you see a really hot girl with a good looking guy. And you wish you can get a hot girl like that. And so what you do is, since you're not getting girls like that, what you do is you rationalize it and you say, you know what? The reason why I can't get this girl or girls like that is because I don't look good. And the reason why that guy got her was because he looked good. And this is what you're telling yourself. And then so that, since that's your belief, that's what's going to play out in your life. Do you understand? So it's coming from you. It's not about your looks. It's not about, because guess what? There's going to be some girls who are not going to like you because of your looks. It's true. And there's going to be some girls who are not going to like a really good looking guy because of his looks. That's true also. And you know why they're not going to like that good looking guy? I'll tell you why. Because like I was saying earlier, looks are subjective. And just because you might think he's a good looking guy doesn't mean she thinks he's a good looking guy, because that might not be her type, right? And you could be her type. You wouldn't know it because you're already stopping yourself thinking, well, I don't look like that guy, so I can't get her, but she might be into your look. And now you're sitting there not doing anything because you believe you need to look like the other guy to get her. Do you see how ridiculous that is? And it's because you guys keep telling yourselves this bullshit. Why? I do not know why y'all keep telling. And it's like, I do know why. I'm just saying, why y'all keep doing this? The reason why I keep doing it is because you want to rationalize it. You want it to make sense. And all you need to do is study the game and step your stuff up, because that's what's going to make it easier for you. That's what's going to make things happen for you. Right? Now, what's going to happen is this. I'm about to end this video, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. Now, there's a guy who's listening to this video right now, might be you, and you're saying to yourself, damn, I'm unattractive, I'm ugly, this is why I can't get girls. This is what you've been saying to yourself, right? Now, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to have a guy who's going to say, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I need to step it up a little bit. Maybe I need to talk to more girls. There are going to be some girls who are going to reject me, but if I keep going and I study the game and I actually improve myself, improve my skills and continuously, learn the game and apply it, then most likely something should happen. There might be a difference. A difference might occur. It might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen next week, but soon it's going to happen, right? There's going to be some guy who's going to take that positive route, who's going to know that they need to continuously understand the game and practice it and learn it and get in depth with it. And then he's going to actually do things to improve himself. He's going to start seeing improvements. He's going to start seeing certain mistakes that he's making and changing them. And then he's going to make stuff happen, right? You're going to have that type of guy. Then you're going to have the other type of guy who's listening to this right now, who's also a guy who feels he's unattractive and can't get girls. And he's going to still complain. He's going to say, oh no, it's bullshit. He's going to lie and say, hey, I approached 5,000 girls and all of them rejected me because I don't look good, which he knows is a lie, but he's just saying these lies because he wants someone to co-sign his bullshit. He wants to be validated in his belief. Instead of trying to improve himself, he wants to be validated in his nonsense. Right? And he's going to stay in the same position he's in. He's going to stay, if he's a virgin, he's going to stay a virgin for another year. And another year until he gets his shit together. You understand? See, the thing is, the difference between those two different types of guys is the guy who's actually trying to make something happen, he's going to see some sort of progress. He's going to see things happening, even if it's small steps. Even if it's, hey, you know what? I approached some girls and I actually got a number today. I went out with a girl. We had a good time. I haven't actually been out with a girl in like the past year, but I went out with one because I kept going and I kept talking and I kept doing what I was trying to do. And these things happened. I went out with a girl. We made out. It was awesome. That hasn't happened in a while because I was on my bullshit, but then I kept going, right? That guy is going to see improvements and things are going to happen for him. And what's going to happen is the other dude who's going to still be complaining, who's going to still be, blaming his looks, he's going to still be in the same place and he's going to just get upset. He's going to get more mad at himself and nothing's going to happen because the thing is, he's hoping that things are going to change for him just because. Or he's just hoping that what he believes is true. He hopes that, it's all about looks so that he can finally be validated so he can't feel, bad for himself anymore. Because he's like, oh, well, if it's true, then I don't have to feel bad for myself anymore. I don't have to do any work. It's because of this and that's it and all be all. But the thing is, he also wants, a woman. He also wants things to go down with girls. And he wants to, he just wants it to sort of fall in his lap. He hopes that it'll happen. You understand? In the back of his head, he wants that to go down. But, he's going to still sit there. He's going to still complain. He's going to, I'm going to keep getting emails and phone calls talking about, this stuff doesn't work, even though they didn't even try it, even though they didn't read a book, even though they didn't, listen to an audio program, or they listened to one thing one time and expected things to happen just because you listened to it one time. Let me tell you guys something. I'm going to do another video on this, is that you guys have to understand that this is a process, okay? This is something that you need to do continuously, right? I have dudes hit me up talking about, hey, I read your book yesterday and I tried everything in the book and it didn't work. Really? So you're trying to tell me you've never spoken to or approached a girl in your life, or maybe you approached one or two girls. You read my book, the whole thing in one day, and then you tried everything I said in the book, that next day, and dude, come on, son. You guys got to understand something. There's a reason why I post videos practically every day. There's a reason why I have the Bad Boy membership program where I put out audios and videos every month, detailed things every month. There's a reason why I keep telling you to talk to more and more girls all the time. There's a reason why I tell you that you have to study the game, right? All these things, what all these things have in common is that all these things that I'm telling you to do is something that you need to do on a daily basis, right? You can't be obese, right? Read a book on losing weight today, go to the gym tomorrow, and then expect to have a six-pack the next day. So what in the hell would make you think that if you've never talked to a girl in your life, that you listen to one video about how to pick up women, and then you're going to be this master of picking up women tomorrow, right? I even have a program where it's called Master Picking Up Women in 30 Days or less, right? So I'm even telling you I'm trying to make it as quick as possible, but I'm still talking about 30 days. 30 days of you actually going through the process. And even in that audio program, I say that if you do not finish what you're supposed to do within each day, you have to start over. Right? So this is why I'm trying to tell you guys that all of this stuff that you're learning is stuff that you have to continuously learn. Right? If it wasn't, I'd have 2 videos out, or, and 1 book out, and that would be it. You could just call it a day. Just read that and watch these 2 videos, and then tomorrow you will have 50 million girls at your doorstep. But this is real life. This is not a fantasy. This is real life right here, and I'm trying to explain to you guys what to really do, what you really need to make happen in order for you to see results. You understand? So that is it, guys. Make sure you go to Bad Boy Membership to get my audio program and listen to my audio program, How to Improve Your Inner Game, because that is going to help you guys. All you guys who think you're unattractive and think you're ugly and all this other stuff, listen to that. Listen to the other audio programs on the Bad Boy Membership. Get the books, get the DVDs, watch the videos. Look. I have dudes that they hit me up and they're like, oh, well, you just want me to buy your stuff because that's why you're doing. Listen, you guys don't have to buy anything that you don't want to. The serious people, the guys who are serious, they're the ones who buy this stuff. You understand? Until you get serious, don't even bother to buy anything. What I'm saying is I got almost 500 something videos on YouTube and hundreds of audios on my website for free. For free. You understand? So I don't want to hear, you have no excuse. So if you don't want to buy anything, you have all these other things for free that can at least jumpstart you to that point. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then when you want to get, even more in depth, then you could buy the other shit. But look, for free, over 500 joints. So you have no excuse. The only thing that's stopping you is you. All right? So that's it. I'm out of here, guys. Click the link below if you want to send me any questions. And I'll talk to you later. Remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 to 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 to 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.